Hey guys, how we doing? And welcome to card number 20 of my Valentine's Day series. This is going to be my last card of Valentine's Day, guys. I am so sad to say I had a really fun time doing this series, but I think I'm just about over it. You know, after a certain amount, you can only do so much. So, with that being said, this is going to be card number 20 of my Valentine's Day series, and I'm using 3 Cricut cartridges. And I want to explain to you also, I ended up making my own card base, and it came out pretty amazing. I just love it. So, we are using the cartridge Spring Collection, this is a solution cartridge, and it's called Love Struck. We are also using Hello Kitty for this cut right here. And I'm also using Sweethearts for a tree that I needed. And then I also have that I'm using the Paper Pack Smitten. And it's from K & Company. And I'm also using a DCW stack called Sunday Afternoon. And this is where I got my papers from. So let's get started, guys. My card base is 5.5 by 5.5 square card. And it's going to be portrait style. Okay. And now that I'm saying, yep. Okay. So here goes my card base, guys. So what I ended up doing was I took a 3.5 by 5.5 square piece of, a square shape. Then I end up using the cut from the cut from Love Struck, which is right here. Excuse my nails, guys. I haven't had no time to do anything, but I wanted to get this last card out before so I can relax a little bit. So then I end up using this, and what I did was on one 3.5 by 5.5 cardstock, I end up cutting out the side, and this has 2 layers. Okay, so what I did, I separated them. And I made 2 squares, 3.5 by 5.5. Then I attached it, just overlapping it just a little bit to where it was 5.5 by 5.5 square card. Then I end up doing the same thing with the shadow piece. And what I did was I overlapped it over so you can see that it was the right size. Because of course the shadow piece is always going to be bigger than the cut. So then I did that. And then what I did, I welded both of the pieces together, and then I welded both of the 5.5 by 5.5 inch card. And I made it to be an 11 by 5.5, okay guys? So ain't that card base pretty awesome? I just love how it came out. So let's start decorating the inside. Now for the inside, I ended up cutting a second. I duplicated this layer before I attached it, because once you attach it, you can't get the layer back. So always duplicate your cuts just in case you need it for layering, okay? So I cut out the shadow, I cut out the shadow, which is going to overlay right on top of here, because when I close my card, I want you to see a color coming through it. You see how awesome? I was also thinking about using the silver one, but it just wasn't going right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to adhere this down. But before I do that, let me make sure that my cut is going to fit right. So I end up cutting my pieces. So remember, guys, this is 3.5. So you want to make your cardstock 3 7/8. 7/8 or 5/8. 5/8, I think. You know, shy than your card base, so you can have a little border going around. So if I laid that down, I could lay this. Okay, so I want to glue this down first. So then I'm just going to use some of my 2-way. And I'm just going to adhere this down. And then I already stamped my sentiment and I put my layers together, because in order for me to try to explain, as you guys know, my videos tend to be kind of long and I don't want to bore you. But you guys got to try this. And all you have to do, there's no slicing involved or anything. You just weld the pieces together. And I think I like it to go right there. Then it's going to be a slight little shadow that you're going to see because I messed up on the sizes. So then I had to make this so it comes out the color or the size that I want. So you're just going to see a little bit of the blue. Okay, so now I'm just going to attach my sentiment page, my layers, which I got 3 layers. I got the blue pattern paper that I'm using. I got a blue or pink paper and then a blue paper to match and coordinate with all of it. So you see? So now let me line this up. And I'm going to add this to my card. And it's going to look just like this. See how cool the inside is? And then I have a trim, which is just going to go from one side to the other. And I actually want to make it smaller. So let me get my scissors. And let me see exactly where I have to cut it at. Okay, that looked good there. So then what I'm going to do, I'm going to attach this trim to the other layer. And then anything that's extra on the side, I'll just clip off with my scissors. Okay, and I'm just going to take my scissors and cut the extra off. Okay, and then I'm just going to adhere this down. And it's going to go right here. I want to kind of make sure that it's lined up with the pattern paper that's on there so it coordinates together. Then I just used a heart stamp, and then I stamped it once and stamped it again. And then I used My Creative Time with Emma. You Have Me at Chocolate. Happy Valentine's Day. Then I also used this Inky Dinky Doo stamp, and this one is called Gemstones. And I used this design right here, and I stamped the bottom right there just to give it a kind of coordination. And if you guys want, you can add some other, you know, kind of, when you close this up, you can add like bling to the other ones. And you really, that's a good idea. I'm telling you about the idea, and now I'm thinking about doing something like that. Okay, so let's just start a finished thing. So this is the inside, and I think it looks a doll. Now for the outside, I love how I did this. And you know, I used to do my own shape cards and stuff like that, but I kind of been slacking. Okay, I just love how this heart. And you could do this by yourself. You don't even have to buy the cut or anything. Just get a couple of hearts and size them up differently. And then just line them up. If you can see, they got a pattern here. Okay, so now I have, for the front of the card, I have the blue. I have the pink. Then I have my pattern paper. So let me adhere all of these together. Okay. Then I'm just going to add glue to this one so I don't have to. Okay. So now I'm going to add my pink to the blue. And my pink, the blue to the pink. gonna go right there. That looks so good. Now I'm gonna add the pattern paper. Okay, let me kind of. I'm just gonna go right in the middle. Just like this. And then we're going to attach this to now I did the same to the front, which I duplicated this shape twice, and I did the same to this shape before I attached it to my card, to my square card that was 3.5. So I want to make sure before I lay this down that if I need to put this on now or after I put my hearts. So I'm cutting this out of glitter, pink glitter, and I'm going to attach it right over here. So for it to come out looking decent, I think I need to attach this first. So, and it seems like I already attached it. Hello. Yep. And it came out even too, guys. I didn't even know I put it down. So now I'm just going to attach my heart. Now I got this glitter paper that's adhesive. But of course I always like to add extra. Because sometimes this, well, what it is that this glitter paper I bought, it's old. And the paper separates. Okay, I'm almost done. You don't have to put glue everywhere, as long as you have some in the main parts. Okay, so now I'm just going to take my hearts and I'm going to lay them down. Now, like I said, this is a little bit shy, so I'm going to have to maneuver it around to make sure that it lines up. If I open it up, it'll be better, because if I don't, I'll get glue on the other side, and don't want that, guys. So, you see how cool that is? And for me, just to make sure, let me get my if I can find it. I'm just gonna press down on this, and then, you know, with this I can save this and use this as a stencil. That's a good idea. I might do that. Okay, guys, so you see how it's already looking? Ain't that pretty cool? I love the colors. The blue, the pink. It's not Valentine's Day colors, but still, you always got to think outside the box. I just love to think outside the box. So now I cut this 2-inch strip, and this is going to act like my outside floor ground, and I'm going to adhere it straight down. And that looks good right there. Excuse me, guys. And then I have the tree that I cut out of the heart, sweetheart. Now what I did was I cut this tree before, and I'm trying to use it in one of my cuts now. So it was a little bit too big. So what I did was I cut the side down on the edge so you won't even tell. And then I also cut the bottom because it was kind of long. And I wanted to actually show the design of this tree. So I might have to kind of... And it's going to look just like that. So let me put that down. Okay, I think that looks really good right there. And I got a little bit of glue on the side over here. So now I have a couple of these clouds that I was supposed to put down before I put the tree down completely. So let me see if I can throw a couple of behind it. Okay, then I have a pink one. That one can go right there. And then this other white one, I just want it a little bit lower. But before I put that down, I want to make sure this Hello Kitty is gonna fall right in place. So I think I'll put this cloud right under here. Oh my god, I just love how it looks. Then this is a Hello Kitty from another cut that I ended up cutting out that I did not use. And this Hello Kitty is 3 inches. Okay, so I end up having this on pop dots or foam tape, and I'm just gonna take this off. And it's not foam tape, it's actually foam sheets, and I end up making them, I ran it through my Xyron machine, and I put tape on both sides. But I'm just going to add some extra glue. Okay, so I want to, oh wait, I have this half a heart trim that I thought was really awesome, and I could have used it like on the bottom down here. But I'm trying to see if I want to use it that way or this way. Because I want that there, and then I want her to go right on top. I think I'm going to put it this way. Or should I lay it this way? And then if I do it this way, oh guys, please forgive me. I like how it looks this way. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue. Okay, and I'm just going to add it to the bottom. And what I did was I cut out some hearts with the silver metallic paper, and this is what I got left out of it. And I didn't want to throw it away. I figure I can use it. And it makes a nice addition to the card too. So now I want to add my Hello Kitty. And I want to add her like right here. And I got glue all over me. Okay. And then, for my stamp that I'm going to use, you know, for this one I think I'm going to use my stamp press. I'm going to use the Scrappy Mom stamp set called Love Notes, and I'm using Love is in the Air. So I'm just lining up my stamp. And I'm just going to stamp the sentiment right in. And you know, let me use the Very Fine so I get a crisp, clear. Give me a second. Let me kind of take that off. Okay. Then I'm going to stamp it right in the tree. And I want to stamp it right in the middle. Just right there. Okay, Love is in the Air. And then I'm going to put this piece of bling right in the middle. And then with my Martha Stewart punch, I cut out these hearts. And I'm just going to randomly throw them around the just gonna throw them. You know, I need to remember, got a wax paper on these. And I'm going to add this heart right here. And this one right here. And I want this one to go this way. Then I'm going to add another pink heart right here on. Then I want to throw a silver one. And then I want to throw down a pink one. Just got to make sure. Yeah. I like the color of that adhesive paper, glitter paper, but if you don't remember, you end up gluing, and then next thing you know, your cuts are all messed up. Okay, then I want this silver one to go in between here. Okay guys, I think that should be enough, or should I put some more? Let me throw some of these. I got 2 more, so instead of me throwing them out, let me put them on the tree. Around the sentiment. Come on, glue. Okay, guys, so, oh my God, guys. There goes card number 20 of my Valentine's Day series, the last card of the series. I really hope you guys enjoy. Thank you so much for watching. I designed this cut and made it into a shape card, and I thought it came out to be a doll. So I hope you like how the inside looks. I could have done something else, but I think if worse come to worse, I'll probably use a magic marker and go around the empty hearts. So there goes card number 20, guys. Thank you so much for sticking by me for this whole entire series. I am so glad. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I tried my best to come out with different shapes and different ideas, and I hope you guys enjoy. So thank you so much. Not knowing what I'm going to do next, but you never know, guys. So if you want, just sit down, wait and see what I do next. I'll talk to you soon now, okay? Bye. Love is in the air. Happy Valentine's Day. I could have said to my sweet XOXOXO, you know, hugs. But I think I'll leave it like that. Quick and simple. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Bye now.